Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. NBA says foul in Warriors NBA Cup loss that Kerr said was unconscionable was called correctly. The NBA says referees correctly called a foul against Golden State in the final seconds of its NBA Cup quarterfinal loss in Houston, a call that Warriors coach Steve Kerr said was unconscionable. The foul on Jonathan Kuminga with 3.5 seconds remaining gave Jalen Green 2 free throws, which he made for the final points in the Rockets' 91-90 victory on Wednesday night. Kerr said the foul, after the players had dived on the floor to fight for a loose ball, was one that an elementary school referee wouldn't have called. The video player is currently playing an ad. Our guys battled back, played their expletives, often deserved to win that game or at least have a chance for one stop at the end to finish the game, Kerr said. And that was taken from us by a call that I don't think an elementary school referee would have made. Because that guy would have had feel and said, you know what, I am not going to decide a game on a loose ball 80 feet from the basket, but the NBA ruled Thursday that it was called correctly, determining that Kuminga reached over Green in an attempt to get to the ball and pulls his shoulder down. It is the rarest of occasions when Stephen Curry and bad shot can be used in the same sentence, but on Wednesday night, in the waning seconds of the Warriors' NBA Cup quarterfinal game against the Rockets, Curry indeed pulled the trigger on a bad shot at the worst time. And it probably cost Golden State a trip to Las Vegas. Important distinction, the shot itself wasn't a bad one. In fact, it was a great one. A wide-open three at the top of the key after Curry lost Dillon Brooks on a step back. The problem was situational. The Warriors were in control of a 1-point lead and the ball with 27.2 seconds on the clock after an Alperen Sengun layup. Do the math, and that's a 3.2-second differential between the game and 24-second shot clock. Given the tight squeeze, it was strange that the Rockets chose not to foul and instead play out the final defensive possession. It was a gift for the Warriors, who only had to bleed the clock down to the last instant and launch up a shot to all but end the game. Do it right and launch up a super high-arcing moonball shot, and by the time the ball comes down, caroms off the rim, and the Rockets grab the rebound and call timeout, those 3.2 seconds have probably ticked off and the game is over. And that's if the Warriors don't make the shot in the first place. Or the rebound doesn't bounce even a little crooked. Either of those things happen, and again, the game is over. Best case scenario for the Rockets, or worst case for the Warriors, is Curry shoots a normal arc shot with 3.2 seconds left, misses, and Houston gets the rebound with maybe a second left. At best. Calls timeout. And then has to hit a catch-and-shoot game winner on the other end off a sideline out-of-bound play. Not likely. All of this is to say, the right play in this situation, even for a shooter as great as Curry, was to pass up the open look at the 12.4-second mark and run the clock down as far as possible before launching. But Curry didn't do that. He took his shot the moment it presented itself. And he missed. NBA officials made correct calls in Warriors-Rockets game. Coach Steve Kerr's blistering criticism of a foul call that went against his Golden State Warriors in the final 11 seconds of their loss to the host Houston Rockets was unwarranted, the NBA announced on Thursday night. The play in question was a scramble for a loose ball after the Warriors' Stephen Curry missed a three-point attempt with Golden State leading 90-89 and 11.1 seconds to go. Golden State's Gary Payton too got to the loose ball first and appeared to try to call timeout while down on the court, but he had it poked away by a late-arriving Fred VanVleet amid obvious contact between the two. The ball squirted several feet away, and the Rockets' Jalen Green and the Warriors' Jonathan Kuminga tangled for possession in what looked to be a jump ball scenario. However, Kuminga was whistled for fouling Green, who made both free throws to give the Rockets the lead and ultimately the victory. The game was a quarterfinal matchup in the NBA Cup, and Houston advanced to take on Oklahoma City in a semifinal game at Las Vegas on Saturday. The NBA statement backed the officials on both areas of the play, saying that Kuminga reaches over Green in an attempt to get to the ball and pull his shoulders down. It said Payton and VanVleet made incidental contact with each other in pursuit of the loose ball. Kerr was arguing for a jump ball call, especially as he maintained that the officials had allowed plenty of contact during the game. Other observers said Payton should have been granted the timeout. Among Kerr's comments, he said the foul call was unconscionable. A loose ball situation, 80 feet from the basket, with the game on the line. "I've never seen that," Kerr said. "Think I saw it in college one time, 30 years ago. Never seen it in the NBA. That is unconscionable. I don't even understand what just happened." He also said the game was taken from us by a call I don't think an elementary school referee would have made, because that guy would have had feel and said, "You know what? I'm not going to decide a game on a loose ball 80 feet from the basket." Kerr was also at odds with officials at the end of a game in Denver on December 3 when his team trailed by 4 points. The coach wanted the Nuggets' Christian Braun to get hit with a technical foul for trying to call for a timeout after coming up with a loose ball, but the team had no timeouts left. Such a call would have sent the Warriors to the free throw line and then have the ball with 1.9 seconds left. Instead, officials said they didn't clearly see the player attempt to call for a timeout, so the play was ruled a jump ball, and Golden State lost that game 119-115. Golden State Warriors' stance on Miami Heat's Jimmy Butler confirmed. The Golden State Warriors started the season well but have faded away since then and are looking like a play-in team once again. They do not have time to be caught up in mediocrity though, as Stephen Curry's prime is quickly winding down. The Warriors have once again been linked with a high-profile move for LeBron James, who finds himself in a similar situation with the Los Angeles Lakers and is finally slowing down a bit as he approaches his 40th birthday. Most basketball fans would love the idea of seeing LeBron and Curry, the two defining players of this generation, team up. But at the same time, the Warriors must be open to alternative options as well. Jimmy Butler is another player with whom the Warriors have been linked. He has a player option for next season, and one would think that the Miami Heat would be open to trade options when it comes to the 35-year-old. According to Mark Stein's Substack, via Hoops Hype, the Warriors are the best bet of the three teams mentioned in connection with Butler to make a legit play for him. Golden State does have a level of interest in the Heat star and remains very poised to take a swing on a significant move. The Warriors do need to understand their situation and take a swing. The dynasty years are over, but there might be a small window of opportunity to make one last run with Curry as the face of the franchise. If they had a phenomenal talent waiting in the wings to take over the mantle from Curry, going all out would not have made sense. But they don't, so why not take a big swing and see where it lands them? Butler is a proven playoff performer, having carried the Heat to 2 NBA Finals since joining the franchise in 2019. If he is teamed up with players like Curry and Draymond Green, who know what it takes to get past the last hurdle, it could prove to be a recipe for success. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Jimmy Butler? Leave your opinion in the comments.